Radio Max FM.
Yo, what's good? This is J.I.D.S. You're now rocking with Max on Radio Max FM.
The comedy and satire podcast that will give you an audible orgasm.
Yet another hip-hop episode, number 12 this week, featuring Rapchampion Jids himself. We're gonna hear 4 songs and an interview with the California-based rapper. Max FM discusses the environment and the climate and interviews a real scientist about insect extinction and food production. There's also talks about Max's trip to a zombie survival event here in Sweden, so stay tuned for lots of apocalyptic talk and great hip-hop. Kind of excited about this one. I mean, Jids, he's he's a really cool artist, and I think you're gonna like his songs a lot. That's why I kind of chose to include 4 songs, because I think they're really, really good. I don't want to reveal too much yet, but I mean, he really manages to incorporate a 90s hip-hop style into his music, both lyrically and musically. Really, really appeals to my hip-hop ears, and I think he's gonna have the same effect on you. A little bit later in the show, we're gonna hear his songs and the interview which I had with him last week. I think it was on Thursday or Friday before the weekend there, and we ended up, I had 5 fast questions for him, and we ended up talking for an hour, and it was really interesting. We covered a lot of topics, going from the weather to politics to hip-hop to our lives and backgrounds. It was really amazing. Now it's time for California's rap champion, Jids Alma, ladies and gentlemen. Here's his first song called Distorted.
Yo, what's good? This is J.I.D.S. You are now rocking with Max on Radio Max FM.
I got some shit, man, in my head. I think I want to spit some shit right here, too, but I don't know if it's some freestyle shit or what. Now I know that mine's are completely the opposite, cause I make miracles while I'm rapping, just not for shit. I wasn't born just to rap, I was born to become a star. Now I'm shining while I roll, so you better get out the door. I'm chewing down this beat while I bet I can make it starve. We got the space shuttle, direction heading to Mars. Crazy unique lyrics, so sick that you can't hear it. I'm slicing the mic in half while I'm speaking so you can hear it, yeah. Head to the top with the skill level that I'm in. See, with me it's competition, man, I don't think you can win. Stitch up the beat once and I'll cut it open again. Keep the flow so terrifying, should make you jump out your skin. Detonating the bomb, but I'm holding on to the pin. Ain't afraid to waste grenades, cause I got me a box of 10. Puffin' that Mary Jane in my...
Man, that is brilliant. Honestly, it doesn't get much better than that. That's my personal opinion, but you gotta hear more songs from Jids a little bit later in the show, and I think you're gonna agree with me, man. This guy has a bright future because his music is boss, man. Really awesome. Really good 90s hip-hop. I'm repeating myself here because I usually feature hip-hop artists that have this, somewhat more original, somewhat more, real type of hip-hop going for them, And Jids, I think, sticks out there immensely because his flow is not from this world, man. It's extraterrestrial. And that's a hard word for non-English, for non-native speaker. Thank you very much. I'm going to try again, actually. Extraterrestrial. Thank you. And to prove my point, we're going to listen to his next song here. It's called To The Top, and it has actually some musical elements from NWA in it. You're going to hear that in the intro. Let me tell you one thing, man. Jids Alma, that's where he's heading. To the top. Listen to this, man. Awesome. What a 90s feeling, man. Really great. I'm gonna stop talking now. So great, though, man. All right. Sorry, Jids.
Spitting about Cali been already something normal to me, because everywhere that I go, someone's rapping about weed. And to me, I'm loving the smoke, loving the choke. Plus California state be the home of sticky green and dated smoke. But don't try to show too much confidence. Bitches will downplay your game if you give them too many compliments. That's why riding rhymes in Cali makes a lot of sense. You can make a lot of dough or you can smoke a lot of hemp. Macy's content when I used to slay.
So in another one of Jids' songs here, number 3, called Rapchampion. This is his newest release. Here it is for y'all.
choking me out and I'm so blown. Inside of my home, me alone. Attack, I murder beats on wax. Call me the rap champion.
Damn, I definitely gonna call him that. I do already. Alma, you're definitely the rap champion. So let's listen to the interview, and then afterwards I'm gonna tell you where you can find Jids and his tunes. Jids, tell us about your musical background and your very strong 90s hip-hop influences in your music.
The 90s, rap influence are pretty much like, it didn't come from watching a rap music video or looking up, to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to be like that rapper in front of the screen thing. It was more like, I just remember being a kid, and like several teachers just like telling me, yo, when you grow up, you're going to be a writer, and, listening to like my 90s, influence, that was more like, Method Man, Redman, like, Coolio.
Real old
R&B,
school, yeah, sure.
All the 90s, in fifth grade, I remember walking home from school in my headphones and listening to like the Friday album when it came out with Ice Cube, and a lot of old movie soundtracks. I always got into a lot of old movie soundtracks, like Street Fighter, and, Ice Cube was a huge artist for me too. Like, I started with like my tape player, recording tunes, from the radio. You're a radio guy, so like, what I mean, how that goes. I would fill up a tape, like a tape player, just record a tune over it, another song over it until the tape was done. It sounded like a mixtape,
Let me jump one question and ask you why you don't have I suppose you don't have a record deal. I mean, your music is great and amazing, so. No one approached you, no promoters
I had
or
a couple labels come to me. They weren't like that huge, you know what I mean? They weren't like Warner Brothers or anything like that. It wasn't like a huge record label. But when I was younger, I guess I just didn't know what I was doing at the time, like I all I wanted to do was just music, and I didn't know the business part of it, the business aspect of it, and I was just confused and I was scared, to get my lyrics stolen or anything like that. And I was like, you know what, I need to just work independently. You know what I mean? And by far, I'm glad it's the best move. It's the best thing I've done for my music, So I know people will catch on to it, you know what I mean? Because good music always finds its way, you know what I mean? It always finds its way to blow up in a catchy way, It's not even about what's in right now. It's about, these records and independent labels make it that way so you can buy, the popularity, the style, the clothing.
Yeah, right.
Most of the artists in the music industry today are just like, sellouts, you know what I mean?
Right, totally, yeah. A very, very sad development, actually, for the music industry.
You just got to be yourself, basically. Stay humble. I feel like my humbleness took me a long way,
That brings me to the next question. With all this in mind, what are your future plans, short and long term?
Oh, man, tons. Like, you know what I mean? Like, huge concert going on in my mind. Like, it hasn't even manifested yet, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like tons of music, man. Like, I have so much music recorded, you know what I mean, in my head, man, and already written that I haven't even put out yet. You know what I mean? I have like tons of lyrics and books and pages that I've written that I haven't even put out yet. There's just like a lot more to come out, you know what I mean, than what's already out there.
I'm happy that you're doing your music, and I hope you're going to continue with this, on this path that you're having right now, because I think it's exactly the right path for you.
That's right. Thank you, Max. Thank you. And yes, I'm gonna continue dropping this music, and I'm gonna try to put a message as much as I can in my music. If there's any listeners out there, you know what I mean, or people listening right now, if you follow my music and you see me release my music throughout the years, you'll see that I'm developing a more of a message as I'm continuing to record these tracks. It's not about the popularity with me and I'm a rapper, I rap, and I'm blah, blah. You know what I mean? I'm hip hop. No, like, it's just
the bling bling, right?
I do it because it's what I love to do, and I feel that it should come out in a way that nobody has ever done it before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Especially in our days, of this technology and the digital spheres, that are, taking away so much of originality and human connections in a way,
Right.
So we definitely need those hubs or islands of
course.
originality.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise I think we lose ourselves in it,
Of
So
course.
keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, Max. Thank you. And to all the audience out there listening, I'm gonna take you back to the real hard culture hip hop. You know what I mean? The what you really want to listen to.
I hope you get new fans out of this show. There's usually a couple of hundred people listening. Maybe I'm having a feeling that there could be a few more this time. Actually,
That's cool. Yeah, you know what I mean. Everybody listening out there, man. I mean, you know what I mean. Hit me on Instagram at Rapchampion, and if you listen to the show and DM me and let me know you listen to the show. I'll send you a free shirt or something.
That sounds great, man. We take that. Jids, thanks for this awesome interview and these insights, and thank you for all these songs that you've provided for today's show. I'm gonna hear a few more songs now. I've started with one song in the intro there, and now we're gonna continue with some more songs. And any last words to say?
Well, it started with Take a Look and moved on to Rapchampion, and there's a message developing in my music. And I believe that if you keep listening, you know what I mean, you're gonna get really good vibes off of it, and you're gonna want to listen to more. And you know what I mean? Shout outs to Max FM, shout outs to my family, my loved ones, they know who they are, brothers and sisters, friends and foes, friends and loved ones, and hashtag Jids brand. Shout out to my producer, Ray G90 on Instagram, JF Millionaire, for always keeping up with my music, you know what I mean? These guys have been through this whole process with me, you know what I mean, this whole time. So everything's great. Everything's great. Thank God.
Sounds great, man. And now we'll let you sleep because I think it's close to midnight in San Diego now, right?
Yeah, man, it's close to midnight, man. It's like daytime to me over here right now, man. I'm hungry.
Well, you should eat then.
Have a good day at work, bro.
Yeah, man. See you later.
All right, man. See you later. Have a good one.
I think I wasn't the only one who enjoyed this interview a lot, and we really hit it off. And we actually decided that we're gonna do, more interviews and talks in the near future, concerning political issues and social issues that Jids seems to have a lot of knowledge about. It's really good I think it's good and important for the show to have some, American input from someone that is actually living in that country. I mean, I think it goes the other way around as well, because I'm a European, so I can, I have my view from the outside, looking in. But I think if you discuss and bring up topics concerning the U.S., it's good to have someone on the other end too, who has a completely different view and or maybe not a completely different view, but a completely different and perhaps more relevant experience than you can have yourself. If he finds the time and if he actually wants to talk about stuff, which I hope he will. I send him greetings again here. I hope he listens in, and you listeners, I hope you're gonna enjoy his music and maybe become new fans as well. Jids, you can find him on Facebook under Jids Alma. You can also find him on Instagram or Twitter under the name Rapchampion there. So go and check him out on the internet directly. Do it not today, do it yesterday, because that's how hot he is. Guys, again in 2 weeks, this is Jids with the outro song for the day called Cali Living. Have a good one, you guys.
Another beautiful day, I hear it's sunny California. I'm doing 70 as I'm creeping up on you. I'm trying to roll a spliff as I merge to the left. I swerve a little bit, but I avoided death. Now I'm headed to the beach, cause that's where the sun sets. And them dime pieces sweat, and them cheese get wet. And the multi barbecue seasons the air. International dime pieces are everywhere. Don't get it twisted, cause you can get pistol whipped real quick from gangbangers and terrorists.